Respected all the dignitaries on the dais, Reverend Father Jayapati Francis, S.J. Rector, Reverend Dr. Albert William, S.J. Secretary, Reverend Dr. Joseph Anthony Sami, Principal, Professor Ramamurthy, Deputy Principal, Dr. Arakwaswamy, S.J. Controller of Examinations, Dr. Xavier Alfonso, S.J., Director, Alumni Association, professors, staff, invitees, ladies and gentlemen, and the proud young and women of this college, Loyola College. Are you excited and happy? I didn't hear it. That's it. The students of Loyola College, I won't use the word Chennai because Loyola College means only one college, Loyola College, Chennai. Ladies and gentlemen, I am indeed humbled by the honor bestowed upon me to deliver the graduation day address on the occasion of the 87th graduation day ceremony of one of the most prestigious colleges of this country. Although this is my second visit to this college, the first was in December 2008 when I was invited to speak on the Right to Education Act with teachers and school heads. This visit stands out in its relevance and significance. This college, which this year is also celebrating its 90th year of its existence, has through 9 decades witnessed the transformation of the Indian education system, and during these 9 decades has contributed in no less measure to the growth and reforms which have taken place in education in this country. This college has always been at the helm of the affairs in acquiring and in inculcating and giving to you the best from the field of academia, research, sports, etc. And therefore, it is no surprise that Loyola College was the first educational institution in this country to have invited us from the Ministry of HRD to speak on the Right to Education Bill, even before it had been enacted in the Parliament. The best among the best have studied here, taught here, and played a seminal role in various walks of life and nation building. Personalities as extraordinary as Dr. Venkatramanan, former President of India, Dr. Rangarajan, former Governor, Reserve Bank of India, Shri N. Vittal, former Chief Vigilance Commissioner, Shri Varghese Kurian, the father of the White Revolution, Vishwanathan Anand, the chess wizard, Vijay Amritraz, who in the 70s was part of the famous ABC trio of tennis, Amritraj, Borg, Connors, and several others have walked through these corridors and sat on the same benches. And with this very strong pedigree that you all possess, I am certain that several of you, by the sheer inspiration of your alumni and the immense contribution which your very learned teachers have made in your academic career, along with the innate ability and commitment which you possess, will achieve heights equal to, if not greater than, your predecessors. I may mention that each one of you were among the chosen and the lucky ones who had the fortune to walk the path of wisdom, which this institution offered, an institution which I consider no less than any academic institution in the world. Do always remember that for every one student who got admission in this college, there were 10 others who were equally deserving, but not as fortunate. And now that you have traversed this path, make the most of it and become a proud alumni. What is the significance of this graduation day? This day marks the beginning of a new era in your lives. This day signifies the beginning of realization of your dreams and aspirations. From tomorrow, you walk into an unbounded terrain, unconstrained by the four walls of your classroom, the textbooks you were prescribed, the curriculum you were required to transact, with a mind filled with anxiety, apprehension, as also with a sense of joy and achievement. You overnight get converted from a boy to a man. From tomorrow, your parents and teachers would start looking at you differently. From tomorrow, you would no longer be a student from whom the only expectation was to attend college, write the exams, and do well in the exams. Your responsibilities now transcend beyond the boundaries of this educational space. To draw an analogy from the game of cricket, thus far, you are being coached and trained by your principal, by your teachers, by your administrators, under their watchful eyes. Tomorrow, you enter the field arena of Test cricket. And once you enter the arena of Test cricket, your temperament, your discipline, your perseverance, your commitment, all these will be put under test. You are now a mature citizen of this country, part of the rich demographic dividend which policymakers and economists allude to, who is expected to contribute to the growth and development of this society and the economy. In short, you are the nation's youth population, ready to participate in its democratic process and uphold the values of this Constitution. I'm reminded of a few lines from a song sung in my school when I was a child of class 3. That freedom isn't free, you gotta pay a price, you gotta sacrifice for your liberty. Why are these lines significant even today? It's because in the long life ahead of you, never forget that if we live in a free country, we breathe free air and have the right to take our decisions independently, it's because our forefathers made years of immense sacrifice to ensure that we are liberated, not only in terms of being a sovereign nation, but also in ensuring that every citizen of this country is empowered to participate in the democratic process by his or her choice. And also that we cannot take this freedom for granted. We have to respect it, nurture it, and pledge that we will give to the next generation a better India than what we got from our ancestors. I'm sure most of you would have by now decided your future plans. Some of you would pursue higher studies or research, while others would have taken employment or would be scouting for such employment. Still others would be hopeful of going abroad for studying in a prestigious institution in the West. Some of you may also intend to join government service like me, or become a sports person or a politician. I'm also hoping that some of you become entrepreneurs, because as an entrepreneur, you possess the ability to generate employment, which is so crucial for economic development. And today, our finance minister in his budget announcement mentioned that we need to create an environment for youth to turn from job seekers to job creators. Well, every field of activity or profession has its own pros and cons, and each of them has its own recognition in the society. The bottom line, however, is that whichever field you pursue, do that with commitment and passion. From my own experience of around 2 decades in government service, I can tell you that after a time, every profession becomes routinized. However, what has kept me going up and about is for 2 reasons, 2 factors. I'm very passionate towards whatever responsibility which is assigned to me. And the second, which is peculiar to the government job, is that every decision which I take has large externalities with the potential to benefit a large cross-section of the society. And to that, I would add a very important third factor, the realization that there is a very thin line of difference between status and stature. While your profession gives you a status in the society, your conduct in the profession gives you the stature. And therefore, to all your young men and women, I would say that whichever profession you may choose as a career, develop a passion for your profession. Next, conduct yourself responsibly and with humility and positive attitude. You will grow in stature. And most importantly, wherever you are, remember that you have to give back to the society in no less measure than what you have received from it. For those who are going abroad, I wish you that all of you fulfill your dreams, but always remember that you owe a lot to your family, your society, in which you have grown and which made you good enough to go abroad. And therefore, come back and contribute incrementally. When I look back at my own career, and since the time I left college in mid-80s, I feel I have achieved almost nothing. There was so much to do, and yet for some reason or the other, I have just remained a straight-jacketed government servant, going to office 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday to Saturday, or rather Monday to Friday, taking care of my family responsibilities. While I am sort of a satisfied man, I have regrets. I could do much more for this society. How I wish I was back in my 20s like all of you and relive again the next 20 years. Therefore, to all of you, live your life to the fullest, fulfill your dreams and aspirations, and become an inspiration for others. The motto is, stand tall and deliver. This country has huge expectations from you. In this age of information technology, where the difficulty level of obtaining information is next to zero, the potentialities are unbound, and they're constrained only by the level of commitment and sincerity which you possess. You are like the shining armor, and we, the oldies, look up to you to usher in a new India, an India which is bereft of poverty, deprivation, an India which is not divided on lines of caste, creed, and religion, an India which the world views with respect and envy, an India where every citizen has the capacity to exercise his fundamental rights and fulfill his dreams and aspirations, an India which becomes an inspiration for others to emulate. It is this India you all need to build. Young men and women, the responsibility is yours, and I'm confident you will not disappoint. This is your India, and it's in your hands. Shape it in such a manner that the next generation salutes you. Before I depart, let me share a line spoken to me by my daughter when she was in school, that the two noblest professions are that of a doctor and a teacher. The first saves life, and the second makes life. And for all the fabulous teachers of Loyola College and the teachers of this country, I must quote a line I read in a newspaper on the occasion of Teachers' Day a few years back. And I quote, "In a completely rational society, the best of us would be teachers, and the rest of us will have to settle for something less. Because passing civilizations along from one generation to the next ought to be the highest honor and highest responsibility anyone could have." Indeed, Loyola College has given to 3 generations of our society such wealth which no money can buy. Young men and women, it is because of our school and college teachers we are where we are. And it would be because of their sacrifice, commitment, and dedication, and their blessings, that you will achieve success, big or small. And therefore, all of us, let us salute our teachers for all the wisdom and wealth of knowledge that they have given to us. I do hope that some of you would join this institution at a later stage as a noble teacher. At the end, let me quote a line from One Tree Hill, a famous American drama series. "The rest of your life is being shaped right now with the dreams you chase, the choices you make, and the person you decide to be. The rest of your life is a long time, and the rest of your life starts right now." I congratulate each one of you on this very, very momentous day. You have made your parents and teachers extremely proud and happy. I wish you a very bright and successful future, and let your life shine. I thank each one of you for patiently listening to me. My profound gratitude to Reverend Father Anthony Sami for considering me worthy enough to address the students of this college on graduation day. Thank you, and Jai Hind.